The Minnesota Media Archive is brought to you by North Metro TV. Your support helps make the archive possible. Please consider a one-time donation. The past comes alive at North Metro TV, where we can help you transfer your old videotapes, films, cassette tapes, record albums, and even photographs and slides to DVD and digital so you can enjoy them again. North Metro TV, bringing the past to life.
And welcome to Blaine High School for the opening of the Blaine Bengals season. And we're just in time to catch the opening kickoff and a nice return for Mounds View as we're just underway in this one, and they will take over first and 10 at their 43-yard line. Dave Washburn along with Mike Geider, and let's quickly get the starting offense in for Mounds View. Here is they come up to the line quickly. In the backfield, they'll have Dan Weber and Kent Bostrom, the running backs. Ron Gardis will be the fullback. Adam Weber, just a freshman, under center for Mounds View. The handoff will go up the gut, and a gain of about 9 yards on that play. It looked like Kent Bostrom was the ball carrier on that, and across the front line for Mounds View will be Jim Zanino, Eric Manthe, Tom Davis, Mike Rouse, and Sean Madonna. And Tom Hurdle will be the wideout, and Josh Collins will be the tight end. We'll get to the defense after this play, and maybe give Mike a chance to talk after a play or two here. And they're being wrapped up.
There we go.
Blaine, the line of scrimmage.
Blaine was a little worried about their defensive line starting out this year because they're all new players. They don't have a lot of returning starters from last year, but nice play was made there.
And the ball carrier on that one was number 27, Rob Matuska. And ball right on the 50-yard line, 3rd down and 3. Handoff up the middle, and a fumble. We'll see who comes away with it. And it will be Mounds View on the recovery, as it looked like Bostrom was the ball carrier. He'll gain about 4 yards, and it will be picked up. Let's run through the Blaine defense quickly across the front line. It's Derek Kelly and Luke Wyant the ends, Dave Ulrich and Jason Johnson the tackles. On the linebacking core, Brad Kingman, Joe Marchima, and Jordan Morrell. We'll get to the D-backs here in just a second. Man in motion for Mounds View, and the pitch. And getting across the line of scrimmage and out across the 40-yard line was Bostrom, and he will pick up about 7 yards on that play. And he now has 20 yards on 3 carries in the game. Defensive backfield, the cornerbacks Steve Moore and Adam Hansen, and Brendan Warner and Cedric Larkins will be the safeties. Well, Mike, Shannon Garrity in his first season, hopefully the Bengals won't skip a beat here as they get off to the inaugural game in Shannon Garrity's career, and this will be a touchdown for Mounds View, as taking it in 39 yards will be Ron Gardis.
Yeah, I know Shannon was kind of worried, or a little bit worried about his defense coming out of the gate because there is not a lot of experience there. I think it may take them a while, but they've got some good ball players there, and we'll see how it goes during the year. But Blaine definitely has the ability to light it up on offense.
Yeah, it looks like I talked with Zeb Mosley a little bit about their offense before the game, and he was pretty excited, although they do start a lot of juniors this year. And they will go for it on the run, and the extra point is good, as Dan Weber takes it in for the 2, and it's a 8-0 Mounds View lead.
Well, It's not typical Blaine defense, but like I said, they're young, and I'm sure they'll come along even in this game. You got to get some game experience.
Yeah, that drive, by the way, goes 5 plays, 57 yards, and Mounds View draws first blood here. Not exactly what the Bengals were hoping for. Like you said, they're hoping to get off to a good early start here, but we'll see how the offense responds as the Blaine offense will be coming out on the field shortly. And this Mounds View team, a very good team. They tied for first place in the Suburban East, a very strong conference last year. A lot of people figure they're going to contend again along with Hastings, the defending state champion, and Blaine knows all about Hastings from the Prep Bowl last year. But yeah, with all the talk with Dave Nelson leaving, Mike, I think a lot of people forgot the fact that the Bengals were in the Prep Bowl last year, and this is still a very talented ball team.
Well, you had a lot of talent, plus you basically have the same coaching staff back. These guys have been head coach with Dave for years, and I think the program goes on. Exactly. They're Dave Nelson proteges, same attitudes and things, so that helps.
Exactly. Yeah, a lot of these kids, of course, came up through the Blaine youth football system that preached the Dave Nelson style of game. Cedric Larkins has a little bit of trouble with that one, picks it up at the 16, and he'll find some running room, and he's out across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. The Bengals will start in pretty good field position.
I'll tell you, you don't want to kick the ball deep on Blaine. They got 3 kids back there who can run 4 or 5.
Let's take a look at the starting backfield for the Bengals. It'll be A.J. Kelly and Patrick Williams, the halfbacks. Jeremy Torrey will be the fullback. Ryan Parsons at quarterback. Matt Topif will be the split end, and the tight end, and Tommy Bergeron will be the wide out for the Bengals. We'll get you the front line after this play. Man in motion is Williams. Handoff goes to Kelly, and he'll be wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage, a loss of a couple. And check that. We will have a different running back than what they listed. Yeah, actually, no, Torrey was the running back. My apologies. But no gain for Torrey. And across the front line, the tackles will be Brad Dahlman and Joe Vanstrom. The guards, Dan Fedrickson and Max Hooker. And the center, Andrew Bettman for the Bengals. Of course, Bettman starter last season as well. So second down and actually a loss of 1 on the play. So 2nd and 11, and the handoff goes to the right side, maybe back to the original line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, Mounds View's strength is their front 7. They're all returners. I think Blaine's got to start putting it in the air a little bit. It's early, but you try your running game and see what's there, and then go from there.
All right, 3rd down and 7 now. 2 men split out to the far side, 1 to the near side. Back to pass is Ryan. He'll roll to his left. Finds a man wide open for the first down. It's Stephen Moore, and he'll be down inside the 45 to the 42. So 17-yard completion to Steve Moore, and Steve Moore picks up right where he left off last season.
Steve Moore can catch the ball. Bergeron can. Kid impressed me in the scrimmage and stuff. I think it was Eric Allman, number 1. Technically he's excellent. He's got a lot of speed.
Yeah, Allman, not a kid you heard a lot about before the season started. This time Parsons will keep it himself, and he'll be close to a first down as he's down inside the 35, and they may have to measure this one. Looks like he gained at least 9, maybe 10 on that one.
Parsons is quarterback this year. As a sophomore last year, he really impressed me. The kid can run, and he's got a gun for an arm. I think he's we're going to open up the offense a little bit with him. I don't think we ever had a quarterback that can run like him, except maybe back in the old days when they ran a different offense.
Yeah, and also a lot of track experience for Parsons as well. He can definitely pick him up and put him down. 1 man split to the near side. Shift on the offense.
Okay. Thank you.
And the handoff to Williams.
Nice kickoff blocks
through the hole, and he'll pick up about 4 yards on the play. And a Bengal first down.
Gain of 4 on the play is enough for a Bengal first down.
See, a lot of times last year, this defenseman throw 9 people in the box because Blaine didn't open it up as much. This year, they start doing that, they're going to get burned.
Well, Bergeron will be split to the near side. Williams will go in motion. Here's Parsons with the handoff, and it will be Torrey. Didn't get a lot, but he'll pick up a few. 3 yards in a cloud of dust for Jeremy Torrey. And got to do that every once in a while, Mike, just to keep him honest, right?
Yep, you got to keep somebody. Monsview's got a very good middle linebacker, Patrick Cheney, and you try to freeze him a little bit. He flows real well. He led, I think he set a school record last year with for tackles.
Yeah, he did 172 tackles on the year. That's pretty good at the high school level.
Yeah.
And he is one of the captains on this defense. We should go through the Moundsview defense. Don't think of giving you those yet. We'll catch them right after this play. It'll be Moore split to the near side this time. Lone setback is Torrey. Back to passes Parsons. He's looking for more, and he'll have it. He stays in bounds. He gets down inside the 20 for a first down and a gain of about 11 yards.
I think you saw there how Parsons can zip that out. That ball is on a rope.
And we'll have a replay here, Mike, as you get another look at it.
Yeah, it's just an out pattern. He zips it out there. I mean, that D-back had pretty good coverage, but he got it right by him.
So 1st and 10 at the 17. And tackled in the backfield will be A.J. Kelly. He'll may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, may have lost a yard.
A.J. Kelly was impressive last year, too, as a running back in the sophomore team. He had a concussion late in the season, though, and kind of took him out for the rest of the year. He's just starting to come back into form now, so it'll take a while for him.
So 2nd down and 11 after a loss of a yard on the play. Lone setback is Torrey. Kelly in motion, the handoff. Nope, fake thing. Yes, yeah, he did hand it off to Torrey. Torrey into the pile, got down near the 15. And looks like he'll gain 2 yards on that play. Let's take a look at that Moundsview defense across the front. The ends are Aaron Moberg and Andrew Salvato. The tackles, Nate Myers and Mike Rouse. The linebackers, Pat Cheney, we mentioned, Bjorn Nesvold and Steve Van Meter. The cornerbacks, Brian Duncanson and Tom Hurdle. And the safeties are Jake Bonding and Jason Wade, and we'll have a whistle.
I don't know if it's delay or somebody lined up neutral zone.
Yeah, legal procedure. So the first penalty of the game will be assessed against Blaine. And that'll take him back outside the 20 to about the 22-yard line. So a 3rd down and 14 now.
22-yard line, where it will be 3rd and 14.
Yeah, I've known Nick Nitti, the defensive coordinator for the Mustangs, for several years, Mike, and I know he's talking with him before the game. He's really proud of the kids that he's got on defense this year. They're going to be a pretty strong force defensively this season.
Yeah, they were good last year. I think somebody told me they'll be rated top 5 in the state.
Well, here's Parsons. He's down inside the 10, and he dives forward. He may have the first down. We'll take a look and see where they spot the ball, but he picks up nearly 14 yards.
Looks like it's pretty close on the spot.
And
4th down, probably a little bit short. Less than a yard, maybe a yard.
yeah, we'll give him a 13-yard gain on that one.
But, you know, with Parsons, they got a dimension they haven't had in a long time, a running quarterback.
So big play early on here for the Bengals. Williams in motion. He'll take the handoff to the near side. He's stacked up, and he'll be stuffed at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, and Moundsview will take over on downs.
It's a nice drive for Knott.
Well, we'll see if the field position helps, and we'll get another look at this one here, Mike. And not the greatest angle.
No.
There we go.
But they had,
there you saw them stacked up.
Moundsview got across the line of scrimmage and just jammed the whole thing up.
All right, split to the near side for Moundsview will be Kevin Carroll, number 88, right along the sideline, but the handoff goes up the gut.
A little counter action there at line Sniffed it out.
And on the carry that time was Ron Gardis. He had that touchdown play. He'll lose a yard. And here we see it again as the Blaine defense just stacks them up. They weren't fooled a bit by that play. Yeah, Mounds View in the past, according to Jim Gardis, was more of an option-oriented team. And Mounds View will call a timeout as they have a little bit of confusion. Their first year of the wing tee said, yeah, Dave Nelson convinced him that the wing tee was a very good offense to run. So they dropped the option this year and went to the wing tee. So a lot of these kids, I'm sure, still trying to learn the offense.
Yeah, and it's a little less high risk getting the option. You're sticking the ball in somebody's gut and pulling it out. So it's prone to fumbles. So.
And actually, that was one of their concerns coming into this game tonight. They said they'd lost the ball way too many times during the preseason, dropping the ball during practice and in the scrimmages that they've had, and that was one of their concerns coming into this game was the fact that they may have trouble hanging on to the football a little bit this season. So,
well, that's a timing thing, and if you're used to running that offense, most of these kids come, they run it for 2 or 3 years before they get to the varsity level, and it's tough.
All right, now the Mustangs will come to the line. Split to the far side will be Tom Hurdle. 2nd down and 11 from the 10. Weber swings it out to Hurdle. And
pretty tough.
Yep, he's not going to get past Steve Moore. He'll pick up a few yards, but we'll have a flag on the play. I'm not sure where that came from, but gain of about 4 yards on the play.
He's got a face mask.
And that'll go against Blaine. We'll see if it's the 5-yard or the 15-yard variety.
Should be a 5 normally. They signal personal foul before they signal the face mask if it's 15.
Yep, so it will be a 5-yarder. It's the second penalty in the game now for 10 yards.
Being an old ref, Dave, I know that.
There you go.
It's not like Dinsmore.
There you go. 3rd down and 1 now for Mounds View. And keeping it himself will be Weber. Now he pitches. They do go back to the option there a little bit as the pitch finally goes to Boostrom. And he will pick up the 1st down after he gets out near the 25. Gain of about 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, but Blaine didn't have enough people out in the perimeter there. I'll tell you this 44, Joel Margin. This guy's a hitter down that scrimmage now. He really lit some people up. And say with Cedric Larkins too, number 3, he can really lay the leather.
And the handoff goes to the right side this time, and another flag on the play is being tripped up.
That's normally a holding. Normally a holding back there. Yeah, it is. 10 yards from the spot.
It looks like the spot's right about the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, 25. So it'll be 1st and 20.
So the first penalty in the game assessed on Mounds View.
Now what do you get?
Yep, they only called a 5-yarder.
I've never heard of a 5-yarder.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm wondering is the officials come over and talk it over, and now they'll walk it back the extra 5. No?
I don't understand. Oh, okay, it just went to the original spot.
Okay, they had to find the spot of the penalty. There we go. So now it'll go back 10 yards. Yeah, never heard of a 5-yard holding either, so that would have been news to me. So now it'll be 1st down and about 19.
Well, there was in the pros. It used to be defensive holdings 5 yards and 1st down, I believe.
Yep. Here's Weber. He swings it out to Hurdle. Hurdle will take it at the 25, and he'll be wrestled out of bounds, but a gain of about 11 on the play.
A little mix up in the coverage there. I think somebody should have taken the short zone, but both went deep. Again, you get in the high school, you get these kids and trying to play zone defense. I mean, the pros are looking for guys that can play good zone defense.
Exactly.
So it's tough to fault high school kids.
Well, so we'll take this one back another 5 yards. So Mounds View shooting themselves in the foot here. We'll have a 1st down and 24 situation. They have to get just a couple inches beyond the 34-yard line to pick up the first down. So far on this possession, after 3 plays and a couple of penalties, it's right back to where they started. Here's the handoff.
It's inside reverse. They sniffed it up. They can't hang on to him. All right.
And it finally brought him down. No gain on the play, and another penalty. As Matuska will make it back to the line of scrimmage. See what this one is.
Could be another face mask, I'm not sure. Personal foul on Blaine.
Oh, that'll hurt. Especially since they were able to stop the play, but maybe that's why. So that'll take it back out to just shy of the 25-yard line.
They had the flow into that play. They had it stopped. They didn't hang on to the ball carrier. But again, that comes. Tackling's another thing that takes a while.
So after all the penalties in the last 4 or 5 plays, they're right back now out to the 25-yard line. So it'll be a first down and 9 now. Man in motion. Coming to the near side is Weber, and he'll
nice hit. There's Larkins. I thought he lit him up there.
And he had a little help there from Archima coming over to help out too, but a pickup of about 3 yards on the play. And let's take another look.
A nice tackle. Got to take their feet out.
So second down and 5 now for the Mustangs. Split backfield now as they'll line up in the wing T once again. Pitch. And Matuska has some room. He's out near midfield and brought down across the 50. It'll be about a 23-yard pickup for Matuska.
Well, I'll tell you, Blaine's getting there on defense. They just aren't wrapping up.
So the Mustangs back into Blaine territory once again. Set on offense, one man split to the far side. Looked like the running back, Bostrom got going a little bit early on that one, but nonetheless, they'll pick up about 5 yards on the play as Ron Gardis.
Well, from that first series here of downs, I think the refs' arms are tired from throwing the flag, so maybe they need a little break here.
Exactly. Hurdle will be split to the near side for the Mustangs. Man in motion is Boostrom. And the handoff up the gut once again as the fullback, Ron Gardis, will make it down to the 40. He'll gain about 3 on that play. So a big third down play, Mike, is 3rd and 2. We'll see if the Bengals can put a stop to this.
This would be a good one to stop them. You don't want to let them go up 2 touchdowns. Well, the quarter will run off here before.
Yep, and they will as the end of the first quarter comes along, and the score, Mounds View 8 and Blaine nothing as we head into the second quarter of play. And hard to get a feel for this Bengals offense. A couple of big plays or Bengals defense, I should say. A couple of big plays by Mounds View have gotten them the first score, but with all the penalties, it's kind of hard to tell who's doing what.
Well, like I said, I went down and watched that scrimmage, and they're susceptible to the big play. They look real good, and all of a sudden they give a big one up. That's a lot of that. You're just off a little bit in your positioning, and what's going to come. I said they're very young. As the year goes on, they'll get better.
Yeah, defensively, they're starting only 2 juniors, but a lot of these seniors that are playing didn't get much playing time last season. So
I think there's only one on the front 7 that played last year. So
Second and 3 for the Mustangs.
that's a lot of people to replace.
Exactly. All right, 2nd down and 3 now for the Mustangs at the 40.
Nice hit, nice hit.
Gardis will be wrapped up and see where they give him progress. They're going to mark him at the 40.
Margin popping there.
But we'll see where they finally spot the ball.
Spots on the 40s.
Yep. So no gain on the play for Gardis. And looks like they're going to punt it away.
I'll tell you what, Blaine's a high-powered offense. I don't think you want to give him the ball on the 40-yard line.
Exactly. Bjorn Nesvold, the linebacker, who also doubles as the punter, will be on. He'll stand at his 45. Tommy Bergeron back deep for the Bengals. Let's see if the Bengals can get some decent field position out of this one. Bergeron calls for the fair catch, and he'll let it trickle into the end zone. Smart play by Tommy Bergeron, and the Bengals will take over at their 20. And see how the Bengals can do this time. They moved the ball well last time on offense, but gave it up on the 11-yard line. So
well, that's the old rule on a punt. If you're inside the 10-yard line, let it go. Don't fair catch it there.
Now Bergeron will be split to the near side. In motion is Williams. The handoff to Torrey, and he'll be stacked up at the 20. May have picked up a yard on the play.
Well, I've been seeing a lot of misdirection by Blaine. And that was part of their plan. They kind of scripted some running plays to see what was going to work. And I think with a linebacker like Mounds has, you get him flowing raw, or you can make some yards going the other way. So see what happens.
Now Bergeron to the near side. It'll be Steve Moore to the far side. Lone setback is Torrey. In motion is Williams. Handoff to Williams. Nowhere to go. He'll cut it back, and he'll be stacked up once again at the line of scrimmage. Nice job by that defensive line of the Mounds and Mustangs. So gain of, well, no gain on the play on that one. Actually, they're going to lose a yard, so Jeremy Torrey off to a rough start. 5 carries, only 2 yards on the game.
Trying to read these lineups. My wife's glasses falling off my nose. It's not working too good.
Well, as long as you can see what's going on the field, Mike, that's all that really matters.
There we go.
Well, Torrey looks like he may have done something to his left ankle. He came off hobbled. He's getting looked at on the sideline.
There we go.
Here's Parsons. He's got some room. He'll pick up the first down and then some as he's out near the 35. It'll be a gain of 14 yards and a Bengal first down.
Nice hole opened up right up the middle there. Just straight drop back pass, and the middle opened up.
Let's see if we can get another look at it there. As you see, a little misdirection. Got Moundsview going the wrong direction, and there's Mr. Cheney there to make the stop. So the Bengals get a little breathing room out to the 35 now. Bergeron split to the near side. It's Kelly in motion this time. And Parsons is going to tuck it down and run. He's got 10. And he'll be out of bounds, out beyond midfield. He'll pick up another 16 yards on the play and another Bengal first down.
Parsons could run. The receiver was open there too, and I think they're kind of looking at back in the old days when Anoka had that quarterback. I think it was Chenard. He'd roll out and put the pressure on the corner, and the corner would have to commit either up to the quarterback and leave the receiver, or go with the receiver and not open it up to the quarterback. So.
Jeremy Torrey is still getting checked out on the sideline. Looks like he's putting some weight on that ankle. That's a good sign. And once again, I believe that's Parsons keeping it this time. And it is. And he'll pick up a couple. Well, so far Parsons having a pretty good night. I've got him at 54 yards on 5 carries. So.
Tell me the truth. Kapeloff was up here. Would he be doing the stats?
Well, no. Actually, no. Jim sometimes does the stats for me. We usually split the duties. So I'm taking it easy on you, Mike. I'm taking care of the stats tonight. Oh, well, nowhere to go for Parsons. He breaks the tackle, and finally will be wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. Nice effort by Parsons, but he just had nowhere to go. He'll lose about 5 yards on that play.
Yeah, and all his receivers are on the left side of the field. So. Nowhere to go.
But yeah, Jim had the pleasure of driving his daughter up to Moorhead. Jesse's going to Moorhead State.
What says their third year up there now?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah. And so he'll be spending the weekend in scenic Fargo Moorhead area. Here's Parsons back. He'll swing it out to Williams. He'll get out across the line of scrimmage, still on his feet, and finally brought down by a host of tacklers, but not until he gains 9 yards on the play.
A little screen action that was a nice play, just to get enough yardage.
And we'll get another look at it here.
We had big Joe Vanstrom out there, leading at 6'7", 290. It's good size for a lineman at any level.
But they didn't get enough on the play as it's 4th down and 4, so Moore will be on to punt. Hurdle back deep, and a nice high punt. This time Hurdle will take it at the 5. See if the Bengals can make him pay, and they will as he's brought down at the 12. Well, he broke that golden rule that you just talked about.
Ended up losing about 8 yards on it. Sure would have won the end zone if he would have let it go.
There you get a look at it as he tries to work his way back out, but just too many shirts, blue shirts, as Andrew Bettman comes up and makes the final hit.
Could have been worse too. He got seven yards after the first contact.
So Mounds View once again will start in a hole. 7:12 left to go here in the first half. It's Mounds View up by 8. Handoff up the middle, and new running back in the game for Mounds View is Joe Ostabauer.
Got about 5 yards there.
And so they're using their full complement of running backs. Ostabauer, the 7th Mounds View player to carry the ball so far in this game. One man split to the near side. Going in motion is the tight end Collins. And the handoff to Matuska, and he'll be wrapped up. May have lost a yard on the play.
Another good hit. Larkins over there. Got the shoulder in the carrier. You don't go with the shoulder in there. And plant it in your thigh.
So Matuska will pick up a yard, and yeah, Cedric Larkins, a great offensive weapon for the Bengals last year, has made the transition to defense. Looks like he's pretty comfortable there, Mike.
Yep. Really hits.
3rd down and 5. Here's Weber rolling left. He's going to tuck it under, and he'll have the first down. Larkins finally will shove him out of bounds, but not until he picks up nearly 10 yards on the play. We'll check the spot.
Little waggle action there. See, I think it's about the 27.
So we'll give him 9 on that one. And we'll get another look at it.
I thought with this North Metro 15, you have those nice stools like Madden and those guys have.
Well, we've got padded chairs here. You just can't see out of the press box when you use them.
There you go.
All right, here's Weber back to pass. He'll be chased and almost brought down, but coming up and making the stop for the Bengals, number 25, and that is Austin Harmey. Or check, probably Dan Buckman, huh?
I don't know. They're both D-backs.
So a loss of 2 on the play.
Again, they had good pressure. If they let them get another 5 yards.
Yeah, so I'm not sure, if that was Harmey or Buckman. Like I said, they're both juniors. They're both listed as defensive backs and both about the same size. Pass out to Hurdle, and
first down. Now let's see the spot.
We'll check. Nope, they're going to spot it at the 35. So it'll be a 10-yard pickup. So Hertel will pick up the completion. Well, another opportunity for a big stop for the Bengals. And get another look at it here quickly as they come to the line. And they'll whip it out there. And
with 5:06 left, it'd be nice to stop. Here it gives you a little time to mount a drive. Tie it up, try to tie up before.
And
that
there's
goes
a
there.
big play for Osterbauer as he picks up 13 and a first down. Here we'll see the quick hit by Osterbauer. He finds a hole and stumbles his way out for 13 yards and a first down at the 48. So once again, Mounds View driving out to midfield. Man in motion.
Option again.
And
shut off this time.
Yep, Weber will keep it himself. And he'll be stacked up for a loss of a yard. Coming in on the stop, number 90. Luke Wyant, and he had some help as well from Brad Kingman. Well, second down and 11 now from the 47. Hertel split to the far side, and an official's timeout. It looks like we've got a little helmet problem there. As having to get his hat adjusted there was Dave Ulrich. Man in motion is Matuska. He'll swing it out to Hertel. And Brennan Warner there to make the stop, but not until he gains 9 yards on the play.
Just quick out.
Well, it looks like the trend here is if they're going to throw the ball, it's going to be to Hertel. All three completions to Hertel so far in this game for Mounds View.
Yeah, you put a man in motion underneath there to freeze the D-backs, and then you just throw the quick one out there.
So third down and 3. Hand off to Osterbauer, and he'll squeeze through the hole. He'll pick up 4 and a first down.
Just a quick dive. Blaine's got to start stuffing that. You can't be giving him 4, 5, 6 yards every time on a dive play.
Yeah, Mustangs getting into striking distance now inside the 40, down at the 39-yard line. 3:07 left to go, and counting as we near the end of the first half of play here at Bengals Stadium. And we'll have another timeout, this time called by the Mustangs. Apparently a little confusion on offense, and they will come over and talk things over. So be a much needed breather as Shannon Garrity will come out and talk to the defense, see if he can get something figured out, find a way to stop these Mustangs.
It's 2:54 left in the half. I think this is a big stop if they stop them. It's a big difference going in down 1 touchdown and knowing you've been moving the ball and going in being down 2.
Yeah, definitely, especially if they can stop them and get the ball back fairly quickly here. They will have an opportunity to maybe see if they can at least get a field goal on the board before the half.
Yeah, like I said, they got a lot of speed on the outside. They got 3 receivers run 4 or 5, and a quarterback can throw the ball, so they can strike from anywhere if they get it back.
Well, Bengals out and ready, and the Mustangs will come to the line. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Hertel split to the near side. Lone setback will be the fullback, Gardis. Man in motion is Boostrom. Swinging it to the near side is Weber. He's looking for Boostrom, and a little bit long as Cedric Larkin's doing a nice job on coverage there. Didn't give him any place to throw to.
Larkin's got some speed too, so he can stay with the speed receivers. So.
Yeah, those of you unfamiliar with the program, Larkins was a pretty good running back for the Bengals last season, so he can definitely get himself out there.
He's nicked up a little bit tonight. They were thinking of maybe trying him throw him in a little bit at running back, but like I said, he's got slight injury, so I don't think they want to risk it.
Hertel will be split to the near side this time, split backfield. The handoff to Boostrom. He's got some room. All right, check that. That's Matuska, and he'll be out to or down near the 32. Gain of about 7 on the play.
Big stop here now for Blaine. They've got to stop him here.
And here you get a look at it as he'll swing it out to the near side and just drag his tackler.
Yeah, you got to give these Mounds View runners some credit. They're running hard.
Yeah, it's pretty good size out there. Ostrom 5'11", 180. Gardis 5'10", 170. Matuska's a pretty good sized kid. And cutting it back is Weber. He'll have the first down and a couple more as he's down inside the 30 to about the 32. Give him a gain of 6. So the Mustangs will continue to pile up the first downs. They have 7 here in the first half.
There's an option play again.
Kevin Carroll will bring it in. He'll bring in the play. He'll be split to the near side. Here's Weber back, across the middle, and a little bit too long as he tried to hit the tight end, Josh Collins, but just a little bit out of his reach. It'll fall incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Receiver was wide open. Sometimes the quarterback tries to gun a little bit too hard in there when you don't have to, and that's what happened there.
Yeah, this is a kid, Adam Weber. He's got great size. He's 6'1", 185, but he's only a freshman, and his level of experience goes to youth football, and that's about it. He has no junior varsity experience, and so he's kind of an untested quantity back there. He's held himself pretty well tonight, and Matuska will take the pitch, pick up about 5 or 6 on the play.
It was a nice move by that running back. Made a little inside juke and froze the cornerback.
Now it looks like they'll spot it with a 5-yard pickup. Matuska, second leading rusher for Mounds View, 6 carries for 34 yards. Ron Gardis has 46 on the night.
And a surprise Mounds View as they're speeding up the offense. Only a minute 7 left.
Here's Weber swinging it to the near side, and a fumble.
There's a big hit there.
And the ball's still loose. The Bengals get it back.
Big defensive play by Blaine there. Quarterback's coming on that option. He got the ball too high. Took a hit high, and the ball popped out.
I'll get another look at it. Is the pitch just wild, yeah, over the head of the running back. And the brothers couldn't connect. That was Dan Weber, the older brother of Adam Weber, and he just couldn't get his hands on it.
Well, Blaine's got 55 seconds to make something happen.
Parsons switching things around as they lined up 180 degrees. Eric, now they're going to have to call a timeout. Eric Allman and Tommy Bergeron were on the near side, and Stephen Moore was on the far side, and they wanted to switch it around and get the two wideouts over on the weak side.
This could be exciting. 4 speed guys going down.
As you mentioned, no question of the athletic ability of these players. It's just a question of how they can gel as a team and get some experience out there at the varsity level. Good look at the huddle.
And you got Parsons too. He's a threat to run. If you pull their top 6 or 7 guys back covering receivers, that opens up a lot of field for a quarterback to run.
Yeah, and that is definitely a threat that you mentioned the Bengals haven't had in a few years, and see if they take advantage of it here. Still plenty of time to work with, so they can get a couple of running plays off without burning up too much of the clock.
I think last quarterback to run like Parsons was Greg Vonderlippe. He was back around 83, and he went on to play for Mankato State and make it pretty far into the NCAA Division II playoffs.
A little bit before my time, Mike.
Well, I haven't missed a Blaine game in 20 years. So.
All right, here's Parsons looking for Steve Moore. He was triple covered on that one. There wasn't much of a chance for Steve Moore, even if he did catch it, to get much on that one.
Throw that deep out and have catch the ball and get out of bounds, pick up 20, and stop the clock.
Exactly. Well, that's the first incompletion for Parsons on the night. He's 3 of 4 for 37 yards. A couple of those completions to Steve Moore, and then the one swing pass to Patrick Williams. 50 seconds left to go. Bergeron will split to the far side. Torrey, the lone setback. Williams in motion. And Parsons will keep it himself, and he'll be wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. Nate Myers there to make the stop.
Blaine's got 2 timeouts left, so. Third down, I don't know if you want to call one now. But.
Parsons no gain on that play.
Did Moundsview call timeout? No, there it goes. Clock's running.
No.
Yeah, I think they're just going to let this one run out at this point, down to 20 seconds. Maybe try one more Hail Mary as Moore split to the near side, Bergeron to the far side, and I think we're going to have too much time. So I guess that's one way to stop the clock. So the 4th penalty for 30 yards.
I don't know. I think I'd throw the double slots out there and just wing it.
Yep.
Wing it a prayer.
There you go. So 3rd down and 15 now. I think they got a little bit generous with that 5-yard walk off there. It looks more like 6, but I guess at this point, 1 more yard isn't going to make that much of a difference.
The ref's got long legs.
Yeah, I guess so. Here's Williams. Got some room on the far side. Across the 40, still on his feet, and he'll be brought down at the 46-yard line. A gain of about 17 on the play.
Blaine took a timeout, so that gives him one play. You never know. You throw the ball long, and it could be a catch the ball going, maybe get an interference call and get another play. Oops, it's coming back.
What was that call, Mike? I didn't catch it.
Let me see the signal.
Okay. Must
probably
be
a hold. It's
yep,
about 10
yep.
yards.
They're marking it from the spot, so
that's a hold.
That 19-yard gain turns into a 3-yard gain.
How long are halftime?
And then the penalty, and that's the end of the first half. With the score, Mounds View 8 and the Bengals nothing. They'll head back to the locker rooms and regroup. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with the first half stats and the second half coming up right after this.
The 2002 Bengalettes, they are coached by Trina DeVellis,
Alright, so
Trisha Ackerman, Kristen Fisher. Captains of this year's team, Amy Holland and Allison Curtis. the Blaine High School Marching Bengals. The 2002 Blaine High School Marching Bengals are proud to present their fall production, Jubilation. This year's promises to be an exciting one for the Marching Bengals as we host our second annual field show competition. Sounds of Pride on Sunday, September 15th at 2 p.m. Please join us for this and other exciting fun-filled events. The 2002 Marching Bengal staff: Brian Johnson, Dan Noracker, Tracy Burns, Nicole Ziegelmeyer, Dave Britton, Mike Carlson, Keisha Peters, Mike Metzger, Kyle Sanoak, Brent Como, Jenna Colis. Color Guard Commanders Megan Bloomquist and Danelle Gross. Drum Majors Steve Isaac and Anna McCorson. Field Conductor is Jake Donahue. The Marching Bengals are under the direction of Mr. Sean Colis. Football fans, if your car is dirty, the football cheerleaders are having a car wash at the Holiday Store on Crosstown and 65 in Ham Lake tomorrow from 11 to 4. So if you have a dirty vehicle, get it washed by the football cheerleaders tomorrow at the Holiday at Crosstown and 65 in Ham Lake from 11 to 4.
And we are back, and nice performance there by the Bengals marching band and the dance line as well. Well, we're about a minute or two away from the start of the second half, and let's take a look at the first half stats here. And we'll start things off with, I believe, the passing stats. See what Matt the Magic graphitician can put up on the screen here for us. Dave Washburn along with Mike Geiter. And Mike, while we wait here for a moment, Bengals didn't look very strong defensively on that first drive by the Mustangs, but since then they've at least been able to keep them out of the end zone and have been fairly effective in shutting them down.
Yeah, I think both defenses playing decent, but I think penalties are hurting both offenses, and both defenses have come up with some big plays to make some stops. So I think that's the key.
Yeah, that's actually it's Mike Geiter, not Mark, but that's okay. And it's kind of a sloppy start for two teams, especially two teams that are ranked in the top 10 coming into the season. But it's first night jitters, and we'll have to see how the second half plays out. Let's take a look at the first half numbers and passing. Mounds View not as strong passing as I'm sure they would like to be, but they're completing 60% of their passes, and Ryan Parsons having a pretty decent night for his first night as well, completing 75%.
Yep. 37 yards, that's not a lot, but 23 isn't a lot either. But,
exactly. Both defensive backfields doing a nice job.
Basically, I think what Blaine has to do in the second half is open the passing up a little bit to loosen up the Mustangs.
And here's the big difference in the game. Mustangs with 144 yards to 59 for the Bengals. They're averaging 6 yards a carry. The Bengals only 3.5, which is still pretty respectable. But when you're giving up 6, it's got to be tough.
Yeah, I think what Blaine has to do is get a little misdirection going. Monsby's flowing the ball real well, and they can get inside reverse and things like that get the flow going one way and come back the other way. Mustangs, their backs are running hard. Blaine's getting to them, but they aren't putting them down. There's a lot of yaks there for the Mustangs. The old yards after contact.
There you go. And penalties really hurting the Bengals. You can see the 5 penalties for 40 yards. They let Mounds View get back into that one drive after Mounds View shot themselves in the foot a couple of times and moved the ball back about 15 yards. The Bengals gave it all right back to them in one personal foul play, and I think that really hurt the momentum.
Yep. Let's see what happens here in the second half. Mounds View gets the ball out of the gate. Let's see what happens.
All right. Individually, Ron Gardis led the Mustangs with 46 yards on 5 carries. And it was Rob Matuska with 34 yards on 6 carries. Adam Weber, 3 of 5 passing for 23 yards, as we had mentioned. For the Bengals, Ryan Parsons, by far the biggest offensive weapon, responsible for the vast majority of the yardage, 7 carries for 49 yards. Patrick Williams, 4 carries for 9 yards. A.J. Kelly, one carry for -1. And Jeremy Torrey, only 5 carries, and he only picked up 2 yards. Ryan Parsons, 3 for 4 passing for 37 yards. His main target was Steve Moore, 2 catches for 28, and then Patrick Williams catching that one swing pass for 9 yards. So not a lot going on offensively for the Bengals. They're going to have to step things up, as you mentioned, Mike. Throw a little misdirection at them, maybe see if they can open up the offense, throw the ball down the field a little bit, see if they can spread that Mounds View defense a little bit.
Yeah, and as far as the Mustangs, they basically have got to finish their drives. They've had some nice drives and got down close and couldn't put it in. So,
well, the Bengals will be getting the ball to start the second half. I don't think I took the opportunity to get the Mounds View defense in And why don't we run through those players quickly here before we get started here on the second half. Across the front line, they've got the ends are Aaron Moberg and Andrew Salvato. The tackles are Nate Myers and Mike Rouse. Linebackers Bjorn Nesvold, Pat Cheney, Steve Van Meter. The cornerbacks Brian Duncan and Tom Hertel, I should say. And then the safeties Jake Brown and Jason Wade. Got going a little bit late, so didn't get an opportunity to get all the players mentioned to start the game. So might as well take that opportunity now as both teams getting ready to head back out on the field. We'll see if what kind of offensive adjustments were made as Rick Swanson, in his offensive coordinator in his first season, with an opportunity here to show his stuff and see if he can shake things up a little bit.
You know, like last year, Coach Swanson called a lot of the plays from up above there. I know he's up on top again, so see what happens. He called mostly the passing plays, and Dave Nelson called the running plays on the field.
And Eric Allman will head back to receive the kickoff. Mounds View still yet to make their way on the field. And I'm sure all the faithful here tonight, the stands packed and people lined up around the fence as well. Nice crowd on hand here tonight, and hoping to see Shannon Garrity get a win in his debut as the head coach of the Bengals, get the program off to the right foot.
This is a pretty good crowd for opening night. Normally it's a little less than this because the school's not in session and a lot of people go off for the weekend.
Now Allman will take it at the 10. He's out across the 15 to the 20.
Nice
He's
wedge.
got a hole. He's got some room and tripped up as he crosses the 35-yard line. And there on the stop, number 22, and that is Kent Boostrom making the stop and saving the touchdown for the Mustangs. But the Bengals will have pretty decent field position here to start the second half out at the 36-yard line.
Well, he had a nice wedge coming up the middle there, and I told you, this kid's quick. Got there in a hurry. That was a shoestring tackle. He would have been gone.
Bergeron will be split to the far side. Williams in motion. The handoff to Williams. He'll cut it to the outside. He's got some room. He'll pick up 10. He's got the first down, and he's across midfield all the way down to the 44-yard line.
There you go. They're starting to attack the outside now. You got speed, that's what you have to do.
So that'll be a 19-yard pickup for Patrick Williams and a big first down for the Bengals, only their 6th in the game. So immediately the Bengals come out attacking and pick up a big first down. Bergeron now split to the near side. In motion, A.J. Kelly. And the handoff to Williams, and he's got another hole. Still on his feet, down across the 30. And he'll pick up another 15 yards.
See, they're using that counter. They get him flowing one way, and either get them flowing or get them where they're freezing them to make some yardage. This kind of reminds me of the old days, Dave Nelson's team. They always came on the second half and seemed to score on their opening possession.
I'll see if they can continue the tradition here.
Quick pitch.
And this time Williams will squirt through, and Patrick Williams really turning it on here to start the second half. He'll pick up 7 yards on that play.
We're seeing a lot of things out of Blaine's offense you didn't see in the first half. So I think they said earlier they were trying to find out what's working and go do it in the second half.
You see Williams shaking a tackle and finally brought down by Cheney. So second down and 3. Ball at about the 21. Let's call it the 22. Split backs in the backfield. No motion this time. And the handoff to Kelly. He'll be stacked up. And no gain on the play. A.J. Kelly having a little bit of trouble getting things going. He's got 2 carries for -1 yard so far in this ball game.
Like I said, he's a little rusty from having that concussion. He's getting back in shape. It was a pretty severe concussion, so he hasn't had a lot of time to get back in shape. Big play here.
Bergeron split to the far side, more to the near side. Lone setback will be Torrey. Williams in motion. Here's Torrey. Nope, it'll be Parsons. He's got some room.
He could be
down to the 10, down to the 5. Touchdown Bengals! Ryan Parsons with a 22-yard run puts the Bengals on the board.
It's a nice fake there. Mounds collapsed on the dive back, and Parsons took it outside.
And that completes a 5-play drive, and they go 64 yards. And they're going to go for 2 here to tie it up. Bergeron split to the near side. Here's Parsons. He'll keep it himself on the bootleg, and he'll dive in. Nope, didn't need to dive. He'll just take it in for the extra point.
I was saying earlier, get the quarterback out in a waggle. Waggle means where the quarterbacks go one way and the quarterback goes the other. And if he can run, you put the pressure on the cornerback. He's either got to come up and try to make the tackle on the quarterback, or he's got to stay back to the receiver. And stay back to the receiver, and Parsons run in.
Well, the crowd getting into it now as the Bengals come right out, march down the field, go 64 yards and tie this one up. And they look like the Bengals of old on that drive. A little bit of everything out of the playbook there, Mike, and everything seemed to work to perfection.
Like I said, they started using the outside, and you got speed, that's where you go. Well, let's see if the defense can step up here in the second half.
Well, on to kickoff for the Bengals will be Kyle Savacool. There you get another look at the touchdown run.
I just noticed, Dave, that you've got a much clearer view than I do. It's like looking out of a light bulb here through this window.
Yeah, and actually you've got my window slid over there in front of you too as well. So
short kick.
Fumble on the kickoff. It looks like the Bengals get it back. Brennan Warner
5-yard line.
Down on special teams, and the Bengals will get it back at about the 25-yard line. Warner played a big part in special teams last year for this team, and he makes a big play there, diving in and picking up that fumble.
I think he kind of missed it on the kick, but like I said, Blaine's got a lot of speed to get down there in a hurry, put the pressure on these receivers. Especially the kids probably not used to doing it.
Well, grand opportunity here for the Bengals to take the lead.
This could be a trick play because Savacool's in. He's a backup quarterback.
And halfback pass and throwing downfield to Bergeron, in and out of his hands.
See how I noticed that stuff?
Yep.
Dave? Boy, he had him wide open. He just put it over the wrong shoulder.
Yep. But Kyle did take a few snaps last year at quarterback. Tony George got banged up a little bit toward the end of the season, and he got a little bit of playing time. And that's got to be tough to do coming off the bench, and especially in the third quarter of a game to come in and try to throw a pass 30 yards and connect with somebody.
He gets a lot of reps though in the practice and the scrimmages. They were running equal. Him and Parsons.
Well, here's
nice
A.J.
cutback.
Kelly.
Nice cutback.
And he'll finally pick up some positive yards. It's good to see A.J. Kelly get himself on the plus side here.
Well, that's what impressed me with him last year. He was kind of I don't know if you remember Frischman, but Frischman was a cutback runner. He kind of cruised and then cut back into the hole.
Yeah, him and Savageau, too. Josh Savageau was great with the cutback as well a few years back. So it'll be a 3rd down and 5 now for the Bengals.
Big play here.
Bergeron split to the near side. Williams and Torrey in the backfield. Pitch out to Williams.
Block, he hooked him. There we go.
And
looks like he's got it. Good spot, he's got it.
It'll be close. He's down just across the 15, and they're going to give him the first down. So a 6-yard pickup. And another Bengal first down.
Well, it's starting to get exciting here.
Definitely. Yeah, both teams a little bit blasé, I'd say, in the first half, but the Bengals have really come out fired up here in the second half. Williams will go in motion. Hand off to Kelly. And he'll squirt through the hole. Nice pickup for A.J. Kelly. Looks like he'll get about 7 on that play.
It's all misdirection. They're getting all these on either the quick pitch to the outside or the misdirection on the inside, and it's working both ways.
It'll be 3rd down and a long 3. Actually, I think we'll just give Kelly 6 on that play. So 2nd down and 4 as Bergeron splits out to the far side. Kelly in the slot. He'll go in motion. Hand off to Torres. And Torrey down near the 5. Pick up about 4 on that play. It's going to be close to the 1st down. I'm going to check that. It's only going to be about a 3-yard gain for Torrey.
So I think what Blaine really hasn't had her in the last couple of years is the big fullback, like they always did with Spencer, and Levi Mirth impressed me too. He was about 200, hit the hole.
Yeah,
like a
he was a converted guard, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And then
that's back when they lost to Chapman Park twice that year, and I thought that was the best Blaine team all around I've ever seen. They were excellent. They just didn't get the breaks in that especially in the region.
Andy Bettman gets his contact taken care of, so he'll be all set. Big 3rd down play, 3rd and 1, and Parsons will keep it himself.
I think the second effort got it.
Yep, he's across the 5 down to the 4. I think they only needed to break the 5, so they'll pick up the 1st down.
They go in here, that's a big turnover. Start out 8 down and come out on top after the first 2 series.
We'll get a look at that front line push, and well, they didn't get a lot of momentum, but just enough to squirt through and pick up those 2 yards for that 1st down. So 1st and goal now from the 4. Bergeron split to the far side. Williams in the slot to the near side. Hand off to Torrey, and he squirts through for the touchdown.
Nice trap blocking there. This kind of looks like the old Blaine now.
Yeah, I don't know what Garrity said to him at halftime, but these kids came out fired up here in the 3rd quarter as we'll take another look at the play.
Yeah, it's just a quick trap. That's the dive play the Bengals have won forever.
So a 7-play drive. Those 25 yards have a cool on.
Looks good.
And it's good.
Kind of a rainbow, but it got the job done.
Yeah, tough vantage point here to see what angle the ball is going through the uprights, but sometimes you have to wait for the officials to let you know. But yeah, he picked up the extra point. So Bengals on top by 7, 15-8, and nice to see him take advantage of that turnover and stick it right in.
Now it's up to Mounds to come back. They've got to come back here with a nice drive and put it in the end zone, at least establish something on offense. Because if they don't, Blaine's roaring right now. The Bengals are roaring. I like that for Bengals roaring.
Yeah, very good, very good. Nice wordplay there, Mike. That's good. We'll make a color guy out of you yet.
Sounds like something Kenton Kitt would say. See, actually, I do watch a lot of 15. I watched it this morning on the Spring Lake Park game.
Yeah, that was a fun game last night. The Panthers defense seeming like they're playing like the Panthers of old.
Yeah.
Savacool, nice kick to the near side, taking it at the 15, I should say, and slipping and falling at about the 23 was Dan Weber.
Well, you know, Spring Lake Park, they've had a good program for years. You know, they were down a little bit last year, but you don't keep good programs now. They got a good coaching staff. And, sometimes you're within smaller schools like that, your kid are too short for making it go. And looks like they got it going this year. They got a big test next week. But,
yeah, most definitely with Totino Grace. Totino Grace dropping a game to Wayzata last night.
There we go.
And the handoff to the fullback, Gardis.
Tough run. They hit him behind the line of scrimmage again. He ends up getting probably three or four.
Yeah, Gardis is a strong kid. He's only 5'10", 170. You wouldn't expect a fullback that small, but
I like, you know,
he's
that
done a nice job.
Mahmoud from Chaplin Park. He was a wrestler, and he was only about 170. Boy, it took a lot to take him down.
Exactly. One man split to the near side. The handoff will go to number 29, Gardis. He'll be wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Joe Margima getting in there on the stop, gain of a couple.
So the defense playing a little tougher up the middle now.
Yeah, we'll see if Mounds View tries to spread it out a little bit here as well. They had some decent success passing the ball as well. 3 of 5 for 23 yards. Not great, but not too bad against this Bengals defense.
They'll run that option again. Oh, they might throw underneath.
Hertel will come across the middle, but they're going to go down, try to go downfield. Weber has to pull it down, and he'll be trapped behind the line of scrimmage. Flag on the play, as in making the stop was Brad Kingman. They'll lose about 3 yards.
They tried to throw that underneath pass again, but Blaine wised up and got the D-backs on him. Personal foul against Blaine. Looks like face mask.
So this will be the big 15-yarder. We'll see if we can get a look at it here. Here you see Weber looking for somebody open, couldn't get him, and couldn't see the face mask there. I don't know.
Well, the referee had a lot better view than we did.
Oh, definitely. So that penalty gives Blaine 6 penalties for 55 yards and another first down.
Yeah, that was a big penalty because they had him stopped. They would have been punting. Blaine had the ball coming back, you know, and punches another one in and really changed the complexion of the game.
Well, Boostrom will pick up a couple on that play. So they're out to the 45. This time they'll split Hertel to the far side. Man in motion is Matuska.
Quick pitch.
And
nice. Came up nice, missed the tackle.
And a fumble, it looked like, but it must have come after the whistle as Dan Weber.
I read the D-back came up. Did you miss the tackle?
Gain of 7 on the play, brings up 3rd and 1 for the Mustangs.
So a 3rd and 1 situation is got quite a few yards after the initial hit. Scott Carell split to the near side now. Matuska comes in motion to the near side. Hand off up the middle. He'll have the first down. Gain of about 3 for Gardis. So Mounds View continues to move the sticks. They have 9 first downs in the game, as well as Blaine. So
Blaine's got 9 now too.
Yep. Each team with 9 here in the second half. Mounds View picking up 7 in the first half. Blaine with only 5. Man in motion to the near side. Weber back to pass. He's looking for his older brother Dan, and he hits him. He's across the 20 and down to about the 10-yard line.
About 35 yards in the pass. Man.
Yep, 35 as he gets down to the 10. And we'll get another look at it here.
Well, that receiver just came down and actually split the zone. It was between our short man and our deep cover man. There wasn't a lot of room there. Put the ball in there and
just like they do it in the backyard, brother to brother.
That's right.
Adam Weber did his older brother Dan.
Go down and take it right at the garbage can.
Exactly. Handoff up the middle to Gardis. He's down to about the 7 or 8.
That penalty is looming awful big right now.
Exactly. Well, the Bengals will bring a little more beef in as Luke Wyant in the game now. 6'4", 240 pounds.
Yeah.
We'll try to anchor down that front line at the end position.
Sweet.
He had been hurt. He blew his knee out a couple years ago. His first year back, he hasn't played in 3 or 4 years. He's a big kid.
From the 9. Having a little trouble finding some running room was Boostrom. Looks like he might have gotten 1 or 2 out of it. down to the 7, so we'll give them a gain of 2.
Well, this is a big third down here.
1 on the play brings up third down for the Mustangs.
Third down and about 6 for Mounds View. Mustangs can pick up a first down without getting a touchdown. Stick at about the 2-yard line. Man in motion is Weber. And this time they complete the pitch. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. As you recall, Mike, they had a fumble on that. I think it was the last time they ran that play to Weber.
Well, like I said, the quarterback's got to keep the ball down. You got to protect the ball. When you get it up running wild, it's pretty easy to knock it off.
Yep. Got it right into the breadbasket of his older brother. And we're going to attempt a field goal here. And on to kick it will be Nick Gollop.
I don't know. I'd kind of watch for the fake, because if they didn't kick the first extra point.
And the 25-yard attempt is no good.
I don't know if it was blocked or he just missed it. Maybe that's why they didn't try a kick on the first extra point.
Yeah, maybe we can get another look here on the replay. See if somebody got a hand in there.
No, he just missed it.
Yep. And that's one area where the Bengals miss a kid like Tony Bazal that used to always get in and get right in on top of the kicker, but
not mine.
You know, I just noticed a mosquito in her. I don't know if it's West Nile or.
Well, if I'm sick next week, we'll find out, I guess.
There we go.
All right, the Bengals will take over at the 20.
There, see that now?
And it'll be Torrey, the ball carrier, and
they spread the D out. The D's protecting the outside and opens up the inside. That's why I think Blaine's going to be tough this year.
Yeah, they get it and open up a nice hole for him, and he stumbles forward, picks up about 7 yards on that play.
In the first half, Blaine was running a lot of inside stuff, and not the outside stuff. And it's opening the game up for him.
2nd down and 3. Man in motion is Kelly. And the handoff once again to Torrey. Looks like they're going to feature him on this drive.
Nice run, nice run.
And he'll pick up, we'll see where they spot it. Looks like he'll get about 8 yards on that carry.
Just stayed right on the blocker's butt and slid off it.
The Bengals pick up the first down.
Can we use butt or you have to use tuchus in this thing?
Oh, butt's fine.
Okay.
1st and 10 now, out of the 36. And it'll be A.J. Kelly. He has a little trouble finding a hole. Pick up about 3 yards on the play, though, as he's out near the 40.
He's running, he's getting positive yardages.
Exactly.
There's only a minute 5 left here in the third quarter. I think if Blaine put this in, take another 4 or 5 minutes off the clock, it's going to be tough for Mounds.
Yeah, both teams keeping the ball on the ground for the most part. Each team's attempted one pass. Mounds View completing theirs for 35 yards to Weber, but here's Parsons thought about it, but he'll pull it down and dive forward. Little game inside the game there as Parsons was reaching forward and Pat Cheney was pulling him back, trying to keep him from stretching forward to get another yard out of the spot of the ball. So
I think what the receiver has to do in a situation like that, instead of stand there, he's got to come back towards the quarterback. He would have been wide open. If your quarterback gets in a little trouble, you try to get back to him, make the easiest pass that you can make for him.
Now 3rd down and 3 situation. Now Steve Morrill split to the near side. Bergeron to the far side. Lone set back will be Torrey.
No, I'm going to go.
Parsons back to pass.
Cover 3. It's tough to throw.
Going deep to Moore, but a little bit too long. It'll fall incomplete as we come to the end of the third quarter of play. The Bengals get themselves back in it with a couple of touchdowns in the third quarter, and they're on top by a score of 15-8. Let's take another look at that play, Mike, as Parsons under a little bit of pressure, but he just let that one fly just a little bit too long. And
I was surprised they were cover 3. That means that they got 3 deep coverage, and he still had single coverage, so.
And Moore's a great athlete, but he had to jump about 10 feet to get that one. So
that was intended for the Jolly Green Giant. Catch that one.
Exactly. Well, Steve Moore, one of the better athletes you'll see on this team, is he was the second leading receiver for the squad last year. Also, I believe he tied Billy Ray Kirch in interceptions on the season last year as well for the lead. So he had a great season.
Plus, he's going to punt here, too. So. Man of all trades.
Exactly. He's not a bad basketball player either.
No.
So, standing back deep. I believe that's Bellis. No, that's Hertel.
Ooh, that's a nice kick.
Yeah, nice high
nice
punt.
Air.
Gives his men a chance to get down there. He outruns Bettman and gets around the corner. Hertel still on his feet across midfield. Flag on the play.
That'll cost him 15.
So they'll return it out to the 49-yard line before penalty be walked off. It will go against Mounds View. Illegal block. But fortunately for Mounds View, it came late in the play rather than early on, so they're not going to be in too bad a shape.
Well, it looked like one of the Blaine people tripped over another one of their players. They would have stopped that about 20 yards quicker. He got his feet tamed.
Oh, okay. And so they will mark off the 10-yard penalty, and first penalty of the second half for Mounds View. They played a pretty clean game so far. That's only their third penalty in this game. And they'll take over at the 40. It's underway here in the fourth quarter. 11:46 left to go. Man in motion is Weber. Handoff goes up the middle, and squirting through the hole is the running back for the Mustangs, Kent Boostrom, and he'll pick up 10 yards and a first down.
That was a nice run. You noticed he didn't let him get to their legs. He hit him up in the upper part of the body and not going to bounce him off. On a tackle, you got to take the legs out.
Yeah, well, you know, if they turn
now they'll split Corral to the near side. Corral getting some more playing time here in the second half. Hand off to Gardis, and he'll be stacked up. Still on his feet, though, and he'll dive forward, get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe gain a couple inches.
Blaine's tackling with their arms and not with their shoulders, and that's why I think they're getting that extra yard.
Yeah, got to wrap them up. So second down and 10 after the short gain. I guess they'll give him about a half a yard on that play. So correct the old stat sheet and
slot left.
And that one thrown into the ground. Hurdle had Steve Moore right on him. That was a safety pass there to get rid of the football. So
it's good coverage. I see had some pretty good pressure coming too. I think it was kicking.
Third and 9 situation as we'll take another look at that play.
Yeah, I see it coming.
And Steve Moore right there on the receiver. One man split to the far side will be Hertel. Here's Weber. Oh, and he'll be dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Big play by number 95, Derek Kelly. And he'll drop him back for about an 8-yard loss.
6'2", 200-pound junior. Nice play. Just beat his man cleanly.
So now the Mustangs will be forced to punt. Bergeron is going to have to let this one go. Yep, they all got out of the way. As there to down it was Andy Edwards for the Mustangs. And, yeah, smart play by the Bengals. They all took off in the opposite direction of that ball, and they'll take over at the 44-yard line.
Well, there's any drives a coach more nuts than a punt when the guys are playing around, watching it bounce around. They're too close to it.
Yeah, I saw a couple of players for Armstrong do that last night in that game with Spring Lake Park. Ball bouncing around all over, and they were actually running toward the ball. I could not quite understand that one, but it's early in the season. Here's Torrey,
nice
still on his
block.
feet, and he'll pick up the first down as he gets a 12-yard run.
And then a lead back in there and popping the linebacker.
And Cheney needed a little bit of help there in the linebacking core. Westvold and Van Meter coming over to help out. As the Bengals pick up their 11th first down of the game.
What did they have in the first? 6?
They had 5. So they've done pretty well here in the second half. Here's Patrick Williams.
Oh, that's going nowhere. That good penetration.
Yep, he'll be dropped for no gain as Cheney. Yep, Cheney broke through the line and give him an opportunity. He's going to make those tackles. As we mentioned earlier, he set a record for Mounds View last season with 172 tackles last year as a junior.
Probably wore out his shoulder pads.
Not hard.
Man in motion is Kelly. Second down and 10.
Little counter again.
And this time Williams with some room. He'll be close to a first down. Yep.
Depends on the spot.
Yeah, it's going to be awfully close. We'll give him a 10-yard gain on that one.
I don't know. This linesman here is drifting around a little bit.
Yeah, he's yeah. Yeah, looks like it's going to be a 9-yarder and bring up a 3rd and 1 situation. Yeah, you're right. The linesman when he first put the foot out was right on the line, but
his right foot, left foot, left.
There you go. 3rd and short.
Got it.
Parsons will keep it himself. He'll sneak ahead for a 1-yard gain in the first down. So the Bengals keep it on the ground, keep the ball moving, keep the clock moving, more importantly. Down to 8.5 minutes to go, 8:20 on the clock actually, and they're content to just keep grinding her out.
I said I'm really surprised at the size of the crowd for the opening game on this weekend.
Yeah, especially as you mentioned on Labor Day, a lot of people head out of town, but I think a lot of people are curious to see what's going to happen with this team this year. Steve Moore, nice catch, and he'll be close to the first down. We'll see where they spot that one.
Well, plus you got two top 10 teams. Say that fast 3 times.
Exactly. So we'll get another look at it here as
just run it quick out again. Tough to cover him on that. It's like stealing.
So the first completion of the second half here for Ryan Parsons. He's 4 of 6 now. Not a bad completion percentage. He'll keep it himself. And he's down, still on his feet. And he'll be down near the 15. Gain of about 6 on the play.
Tough run, like I said, if you keep their hands off your legs, if you get some extra yardage.
Here you see Parsons fighting against Cheney, and Cheney at least get credit for half a tackle on that one as he tripped him up, and then the rest of the defensive backfield over to make the final stop. 2nd down and 5 from the 16. Bergeron split to the far side. Kelly in the slot. He'll stay put this time, and Torrey will
dive action again.
Yep.
Got about 4.
Be down to about the 12, so yep, you're right on it, Mike. 4-yard pickup. Torrey now with 40 yards on the game on 11 carries.
And he basically had nothing in the first half.
Yeah, basically had 2 yards. Him and A.J. Kelly had a little trouble getting going. Kelly had 1 carry for -1. Actually, Patrick Williams didn't do so great either. He only had 9 yards in the first half. He's sitting at 68 right now, 67. Here's A.J. Kelly. He's got some room.
I think he's got it.
Yep, he's got the first down to the 10-yard line, a 3-yard pickup.
I think he's showing some of the form he showed last year as a sophomore, the cut in, cut out.
Yeah, he's got some nice moves. We'll get a look at him here. There's Cheney once again in there to make the stop.
Kind of take that little dip move to the inside, and he kind of frees the tackler and go outside.
So 1st and goal now from the 9. Here's Williams. He's quick, and he makes the corner. Touchdown, Bengals. So 9-yard run for Patrick Williams.
You know, over the years, Blaine seems to wear teams down to get in the 4th quarter. They don't play a lot of kids both ways, and they put a lot of pressure in. Now, with that outside game, you get these big linemen that are running sideline to sideline. They get tired.
And that's a credit, too, to the conditioning program here as well.
Now, there's probably 150 kids in the weight room all summer. It's a nice clip there.
And Savicole.
Boom, that through. That wasn't a rainbow.
So 22-8, that play, that 9-yard touchdown run by Patrick Williams completes a 9-play, 56-yard drive, and Bengals take advantage of the good field position.
Pressure's on Mounds for you now. They got to do something in a hurry. They haven't really established a passing game yet either, so it's going to be interesting.
Well, let's take a look at this one here as Patrick Williams will run right into your living room.
With sure speed to the outside.
Here he comes. And he'll make the corner and dive right in there. Almost took out the cameraman in the process, but
that's all right. We don't pay him much anyway.
Correction on the scoring drive, it was 56 yards on 9 plays.
There we go. So 6:06 left to go, and the Bengals building on their lead. Mounds View Mustangs came out and looked pretty impressive on their first drive, marched right down the field, and put the ball in the end zone on a 39-yard touchdown run by Gardis. The 5-play, 57-yard drive. They went for 2 and got it as Weber dove in, and it's been all Blaine since. They lead this one 22-8. Last year, of course, Bengals won this matchup at Mounds View 24-0. Hertel will take it at the 7. They fake the reverse. He'll hang on to it. He's out across the 20. And he's got some running room across the 50. Cedric Larkins pulls him down inside the 45. Looks like he'll be about the 43-yard line. A great return for Tom Hertel.
I think Blaine's got to go do a little work on their kick return coverage. Every one of them, they seem to have a pretty good gain.
There's a 49-yard return. And we'll take another look at it here as I think the fake on the handoff may have fooled some of the special teams guys. They just didn't stay in their lanes.
I see that a couple of the blockers pulled back too. It's kind of
well, here's Dan Weber. He'll pick up about 12 yards and a first down for Mounds View. This one ain't over yet, folks. Nope. Stick around. This is going to be an exciting finish. Brennan Warner comes up and makes the stop, and a Mustang first down about the 32-yard line. One man split to the first.
Motion. Okay.
Yeah.
Looked like the right tackle jumped early.
But Gardis will pick up 7 nonetheless.
They wanted a quick snap, but I thought he'd beat it. That's why I'm not roughing anymore. You get old, your eyes go.
There you go. Is that what I got to look forward to? Mine are already starting to go, and you got a couple years on me, so just a couple.
Well, I helped Noah collect the animals for the Arcs.
Here's Weber back to pass.
The arms up. Oh, they got that covered.
Yeah, a little bit too long, but
good Good coverage. He threw where he had to. The guy laid out. Just couldn't throw that out.
Yeah, Adam Hansen, cornerback back there on coverage. There you see the pass just a little bit too long. He dove, got it on the fingertips, but just couldn't quite reach. So 3rd down and 4 situation. Hertel will split to the far side. Split backs in the backfield. And the handoff to Gardis.
Quick trap. It's working.
He'll pick up about 9 yards on that play. He's rolling up some pretty good yards in this game.
Going on a quick snap. I don't think Blaine's D is really good set before the snap.
So 1st and 10 at the 12 once again for the Mustangs.
Counter. They smelt that out.
Yep. A swarm of Bengals there to stop that play. And Matuska had no place to go on that one. And you see Matuska swarm under.
Could taught the linebacker blitz there, not a lot of people in the backfield.
Hertel split to the near side. Matuska in motion. He'll come out. And the pass intended for Matuska. He wants a flag, but Brendan Warner pretty clean on that defensive play, swatting the ball away.
Yeah, I don't think he could have gotten it anyhow. I think that's why the referee didn't call it.
Yeah, that one was thrown way outside.
And his hand, the D-back got his hand on his back a little bit, but nothing that altered his route.
Well, 3rd down and 11 now. This could be a key play, although Mounds View have taken their time on this drive. Only 4 minutes left to go in this game. You don't see as much of a sense of urgency as you would think for a team
he fumbled.
Down by a couple of scores. Here's Weber.
Did he Cedric, pick it?
Yeah. Did he get it?
Yeah,
yes, he did. Cedric Larkins with the interception.
Told you that kid's quick. He got in there. He hasn't played a lot of D-back. They brought him back this year for running back. He's not only a tough hitter, but looks like he's a pretty cover guy too.
Now get the look here. Under pressure. And Larkins just went up after it.
See how he closed? Good speed to close on the ball. Well, Blank and the big thing now is get a couple first downs.
Yeah, keep the ball on the ground, run some clock. Bergeron split to the near side. Torrey, the lone setback. In motion is Kelly. He'll give to Torrey, and he'll be brought down for about a 2-yard loss. Actually, I think it looks like they're going to give him forward progress near the 20. Loss of 1 on the play. But most importantly, the clock continuing to run. Mounds View still with their full complement of timeouts here in the second half. But
let's see if Blaine's got one of the coaches telling him to break the huddle. Nope, doesn't look like it.
One man's split to the near side in the game now is Adam Rutgers for the Bengals. And Patrick Williams will be brought down after a short gain, and now Mounds View will use their first timeout. Gain of 2 on the play for Williams.
Well, if Blank can get a first down here, it's big. They can kill most of the clock.
Yeah, Patrick Williams has an opportunity if he can get something going here more in the second half. He has 69 yards, 78 total in the game, only 9 in the first half. You know, funny, we just saw Joe Suhan walking in front of us. I believe that's Joe.
Joe is funny.
What's that?
Joe is funny.
Yeah. But when you were talking about having a coach on the sideline telling him when to snap the ball, I believe he used to do that when he was on the staff here occasionally.
Yeah, he used to single on the plays.
Yep. But
depends on the game, you know. Dave Nelson liked to do that too.
Yep. I can recall seeing Joe out there a few times out on the field calling the plays to the offense. Well, after the timeout, the Bengals will have it 3rd down and 9. Steve Moore split to the near side. 3 wideouts in the game now. Bergeron. Patrick Williams in motion. They'll fake the handoff, and Parsons will be wrapped up at the 20. He'll lose a yard on the play.
Yeah, I would have been very surprised if there were a pass there. A complete pass stops the clock here. But
Yep.
they can burn another timeout. They only got 1 left, down 2 scores.
So the Bengals will be content to kick this one away. And here we'll see a nice job by Nesvold to get in there and trip him up.
Be interested to see if Mounds puts the block on here. It doesn't look like it.
Now they're spread out pretty well as they come out in the formation here. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout.
Yeah, they did take.
Okay,
the second time.
Okay. So everybody will huddle up. Bengals will take their time breaking the huddle. Well, the Bengals look like they're well on the way to the start of another winning season. Of course, their only loss last year coming to Hastings in the Prep Bowl. See if they can continue the tradition here this year.
Which I watched about a week ago again. Tears in my eyes.
Yes, that was a tough one.
Good snap. Good kick.
Oh, great kick by Moore, and he's not even allowing a return as he gets it out of bounds. We'll have it near the 40-yard line. Yeah, that was
a 40-yard kick out of bounds, no return.
That was probably the toughest 3 hours of radio I ever did, to be honest with you, after watching this team dominate throughout the season, and then the heartbreak of the way Hastings dismantled them in the Prep Bowl.
It was just a night where,
nothing worked.
Nothing worked. Quarterback who had a great year and was off a little bit that night. You don't want to blame it only on the quarterback.
Oh, no,
but, he had a great year, and sometimes it doesn't work out for him.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people didn't give Hastings enough credit going into that game. I saw him play a couple of weeks before against Eden Prairie, and it looks like another pick.
Again, he picked it. Yep.
And Steve Moore will pick it off at the 30.
That's a heartbreaker there. I don't think you want to go long on Blaine. We got Cedric and Steve Moore. They got some pretty good D-backs. I don't think you want to pick on them two.
Yeah, to finish my thought, I had an opportunity to see Hastings play against Eden Prairie in the quarterfinals, and a lot of people didn't expect them to make it through that game either, and they impressed me when I saw what they did with Eden Prairie as well. So
yeah, I watched them the game the week before in the semifinal. I think they played Rochester, but you couldn't really gauge how good they were.
Right, exactly.
I don't think Rochester didn't impress me. So.
Now 1st and 10 from the 30 for the Bengals. Of course, they'll run it. Here's Williams. And he might gain a yard on the play.
That's Mounds was taking the last time out.
Yep. Now 2:39. They may get a chance to get the ball back if the Bengals can't pick up a couple of first downs. But Bengals can get 1 first down here. It's all over.
Well, Dave, this is actually my second telecast. One was a softball game where the truck broke down.
I
got in there. Remember that a few years ago?
That's right.
I think it lasted 2 innings. I don't know if it was me or the truck.
Well, the truck, we got a new truck, so I guess we had to go replace it after you were done with it. So.
Well, I'm sure the staff's happy with it.
Exactly. Now, see if we can get you into the studio a couple times. Get some new equipment for us in there too.
I've been in there too a few times.
Yep.
It's kind of scary, but the old Lee Bodie hockey show.
Yep, right on ice. Yep. I wonder what Lee's up to these days.
I don't know. I talked to him a couple months ago because I did a tape of the Blaine boys state high school hockey. They went to state there. He's going to edit for me, and I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it's still pretty.
It's only 2 years.
Yeah, why not?
A break. That's a waggle.
And Parsons will be wrapped up. Didn't quite get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a couple on that one.
It's all right. It'll be under 2 minutes before they snap the ball.
And we'll take another look at it.
It was a waggle that they kind of smelt out. The guy came across the line and stuffed it.
Brings up 3rd and 11 for the Bengals.
So the clock ticks down to 2 minutes to play. One man split to the near side, 2 to the far side. On 3rd down and 12 here. And they're going to run it down, use as much of that clock as they can. Exactly.
5 yards isn't going to hurt them.
And they'll bring Steve Moore on. And oh, that's right. It's only the only 3rd down. Never mind. I was thinking punting situation, but yeah, now they can get a play off here and run another 30 seconds before they turn it back over.
Yeah, they figured normally it's about 40 seconds of play by the time the refs spot the ball and put it in play.
2 men split to the far side, 1 to the near side. Parsons on the handoff to Torag. Check that. Looks like we may have a new
I think that was
ball
40.
player in the game. No, it was Torrey. Okay.
Yeah.
Thought I heard the PA announcer with a.
No, maybe Bellina.
Oh, Bellina?
Oh, Chris Bellina.
Oh, Bellina. Okay, so another 40.
They might take another penalty here. Oh,
They call the timeout. Yeah, I don't think they want to have more standing at the end zone or near or close to it. So.
Oh, it looks like Mounds, we got some personnel up front there. Like go for the block.
A couple guys we haven't seen so far tonight, but yeah, at this point of the game, there's not much you can do but go for the block. Yeah, you're right. That was Bellina in on that carry. I was thinking.
Well, actually, I think that was Bellina most of the second half.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. Yep, I'm having trouble learning the roster here. So you're right. So all this, Jeremy Torrey injured an ankle in the first half, and I thought I saw him come back out, but he actually has been Bellina at fullback. You're absolutely correct. I apologize to
well, see,
Chris
people
Bellina.
don't realize you sit there trying to write numbers down and do all the other stuff. It's kind of tough. There's the rush.
And nice kick by.
Oh, he fumbled it.
Yeah,
Oh, he's got it. It's all over.
Yep,
It's all over.
I think that's Brennan Warner that got in there.
Tough ball to handle. I think you're better off just letting it roll.
Yep. So Brennan Warner will pick up his second fumble recovery.
So I think it's kneel her down and go to the house. Well, I know the Blaine coaching staff is going to be happy, especially with the second half. They came out and played hard and got some things going.
So time for 2 more plays as Parsons will kneel.
Like we said earlier in the game, Mounds's got an excellent defense too, so it wasn't against Little Sisters of the Poor. So.
Exactly. Now the clock will tick under a minute to play. Well, Patrick Williams will finish the night, well, probably tied as the leading rusher right now as it sits. Ryan Parsons has 80 yards in the game, and 79 for Patrick Williams. But if Parsons takes another knee here, he'll lose another yard. There we go. So now we're tied at 79 apiece.
But if you can get a couple backs running 80 and a couple throwing another 40, it's pretty good production.
Yeah, and
the running game.
Yeah, he finished up the night with Parsons. That is finished up the night with 47 yards of passing on 5 of 7. So very good passing ratio. So good start. A little bit rough in the first half, but they got their legs under them here in the second half, and that'll be the end of the game. So Ryan Parsons will be our player of the game as he finishes up the night with 79 yards. And as I mentioned, 5 of 7 passing for 47 yards. And he also had a touchdown and an extra point. So you could say Ryan Parsons did it all in this 22-8 win. Your final thoughts, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, Ryan Parsons had a good game. As far as I'm concerned, he's going to be one of the best at Blaine. He can pass, he can run. He puts a lot of pressure on the defense, and you get all that speed going outside. These teams cannot defense Blaine anymore by putting 9 people in the box and shut down the run. So I think it's going to be a fun year.
And it should be, as the conference season will start next week. And I believe Blaine gets Anoka. Is that correct, Mike?
Like it's Maple Grove.
Oh, Maple Grove. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. So rematch of state tournament game from last year. And
but there's, Blaine starts out with 3 tough games.
Yep.
Maple Grove's supposed to be very good this year, and Anoka is supposed to have one of the better teams they've had in years.
Well, yeah, Anoka will be the week after next, so I forgot my schedule, so I had to try to do it from memory. But the final score there you see is the Bengals 22 and the Mustangs 8. That'll wrap things up here from Blaine High School. For my partner tonight, Mike Geiter, I'm Dave Washburn, and thanks to the rest of the crew. We'll see you later.
Low key and stand candid. Reflect on all the things I try my hand at. Search for the equation to persuasions I'm used to. Finding comfort in the zones of clouds and bones I get loose to. A mountain is Fontaine. Spinning in monsoon and grinning is high octane. Explosive how I came. Rolling down the hills cause life's a hassle. Encircled by my folly like a moat surround the castle. Stay afloat. Catch a second wind. Thin is the air I breathe. Teary-eyed nose running. Wipe the snot on my sleeve. I'm calling on the Savior to be all that I need. Please forgive me my behavior. Had me lost in light speed. Times like these that make me say.
The Minnesota Media Archive is brought to you by North Metro TV. Your support helps make the archive possible. If you like this video, please consider a one-time donation.